One day, Bob was weighed down by guilt over his past behavior, so he went to church to confess. He stepped into the confessional and said, "Father, I've sinned." The priest answered gently, "My son, speak honestly. The Lord is forgiving." Bob began, "I've been in a steady relationship with my girlfriend for 2 years. Nothing serious ever happened until yesterday. I went to her house and no one was home except her sister. We were alone, and I ended up sleeping with her." The priest sighed. "That's quite a lapse, but it's good that you've come to confess." Bob continued, "Actually, last week I went to my girlfriend's office looking for her. She wasn't there, only her friend. We were alone, and I slept with her too." The priest's tone grew less gentle. "Oh dear," Bob went on, "and a month ago I went to her uncle's house to find her, but only her aunt was there. We were alone and I slept with her as well." Silence followed. "Father? Father?" Bob called. No response. He peeked through the confessional curtain. Empty. Puzzled, he searched the church until he finally spotted the priest hiding under a table behind the piano. "Father, why are you hiding down here?" Bob asked. The priest whispered nervously, "Because I just realized there's no one else here but me." A man goes to the doctor for a routine checkup, only to receive terrible news. "You've got a very rare illness," the doctor says gravely. "I'm afraid you only have 6 months to live." Stunned, the man insists on getting a second opinion. A few days later, after another round of tests with a different doctor, he hears the same diagnosis. He takes the news calmly this time and asks, "Is there anything I should do?" The doctor thinks for a moment. "I can give you some non-medical advice if you're open to it." "Please," the man says. "I'll take anything." "Do you have a girlfriend?" "No," the man replies. "I've been single for years." "Well," the doctor says, "I suggest you find one. Go shopping with her, listen to all her stories and worries, get involved in every little thing she does. Really dive into it, every detail of her world." The man brightens. "Will that help me live longer?" "No," the doctor says, "but it will be the longest darn 6 months you've ever had." A blonde walked into an electronics store and said to the salesman, "I'd like to buy that TV." The salesman shook his head. "Sorry, we don't sell to blondes." Frustrated, she left, dyed her hair brown, and came back later. "I'll take that TV," she said. Once again, the salesman replied, "No, we don't sell to blondes." Annoyed, she left, dyed her hair black, and returned a third time. "I want that TV," she insisted. But the salesman still said, "No, we don't sell to blondes." Finally, she snapped. "Okay, that's it. How do you know I'm a blonde?" The salesman replied, "Because that's a microwave." An elderly lady in Florida had just finished her grocery shopping. When she walked back to the parking lot and saw 4 young men sitting inside her car, she didn't scream or panic. Instead, she straightened her back, fixed them with the fiercest grandma stare imaginable, and said something in her no-nonsense, "I raised 4 kids" voice. Whatever she said worked. Those boys jumped out of the car and ran like they just met Judgment Day. Still shaken but composed, she loaded her groceries, got into the driver's seat, and the key wouldn't turn. Puzzled, she glanced around. A football on the passenger seat, a frisbee on the floor, 2 cases of beer in the back. Her stomach dropped. Wrong car. A few spaces away sat a perfectly identical vehicle, her actual car, waiting patiently like, "Take your time, dear." Chuckling at herself, she moved her groceries, started her real car, and drove straight to the police station to explain what happened. The officer at the front desk almost fell out of his chair laughing. Then he pointed to the other side of the room. There sat 4 terrified young men, reporting that they'd just been confronted by a tiny grandmother with white curls and the commanding presence of a Marine drill sergeant.